What's up, y'all? It's Tony from Tony Renee 1. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about adult peer pressure right after this. What's up, y'all? I'm Tony. I'm sitting here with my beautiful wife, Renee. Say hey, baby.
Hey, y'all.
Today we're going to talk about adult peer pressure. But what is peer pressure, right? I thought peer pressure was something that you grew out of maybe after you graduated high school, or maybe you just got too old for peer pressure.
Right.
But I guess it's not. So what is it, right?
Y'all, adult peer pressure, simply put, is when you're doing what somebody else is wanting you to do instead of doing what you want to do.
Yes.
It's when you're conforming to what other people are pushing you into instead of paying attention to what feels good to you. That's the easiest way I can kind of define it, and it happens every day.
Yes, I mean, I have been influenced by peer pressure.
Same here.
So, and then like different things about peer pressure. Like, so one of the topics is, before my wife and I had got married, people used to ask us, so when are y'all gonna get married? So after we got married, people was asking us, when are y'all gonna have a kid? So after we had a kid, people asked us, when y'all gonna buy a house? So peer pressure never stops, no matter what age you are, no matter what stage you are in your life. You really, really have to think about what you want for yourself, And even, after we had our first son, what did people ask us after we had our son?
When you gonna give him somebody to play with?
Yes. So it never stops. Yeah.
No, he's all right. So you really have to be mindful of what you want. Because if you're not careful, you're gonna find that this adult peer pressure is pushing you to live your life for other people instead of living your life for yourself.
That's right. Okay? That's right.
So I guess there's kind of two sides of the coin with adult peer pressure. So kind of what we wanted to talk about on this next tip is how to know positive pressure versus negative pressure. Not all pressure is bad, y'all. Pressure makes diamonds, okay?
Yes.
Not all pressure is bad.
Yeah.
Positive pressure is when someone is pushing you to do something that's gonna benefit you.
Excellent, yeah.
Negative pressure is when someone is pushing you to do something, watch this, that's gonna benefit them.
Yes.
You have no gain in it. It's all about them.
Yeah.
And you really have to think about this because depending on the level of relationship you're in with a person, you might not really you might have your blinders on, and you might not really be looking and seeing and thinking, am I getting anything out of this? Not that you need to be self-seeking, but if you're gonna be doing something that's your energy, your time, your money, your resources, make sure you get some type of benefit out of it.
Right.
So some of us have friends that, give us some positive pressure. If they see that we have a skill and they say, you should really pursue that, you should really do that, and they stay on you almost like to keep you accountable because they know that you'll do well in that, there's nothing wrong with that. That's positive. Now, if you get somebody who's trying to get you to do something that they know maybe you're trying not to do because they like doing it and they need a ride,
I didn't need you to pay for it.
that might not be positive. That might be negative because it benefits them.
A leech.
And not you, a leech. Yes, absolutely. So you gotta be mindful of positive versus negative.
Yes.
So,
and some positive peer pressure you can think about if somebody's like in your family or somebody saying, hey, you need to continue completing your education, go ahead for your degree and complete it. And the reason that they're saying that is because it'll open up more opportunities for you in your career and professionally in the jobs that you may want, and you'd be able to get a higher salary than you would if you didn't finish your education. Or, somebody saying, hey, you know what, let's try a healthier diet. That's for you because also, it can help you personally develop, and then you'll feel a little bit better about yourself and who you are as a person, So that is some some personal peer pressure. Now, some negative peer pressure are things like, a person trying to hold you back from your goals. Like you set goals for yourself to do something that's going to positively benefit you, but somebody who keeps stepping in as a barrier to try to hinder you, whether they're jealous of you or whatever that is. You really, really got to be careful of that and really think critically about those type of relationships that you have in your life that are bringing that type of energy, and ask yourself, is this really benefiting me? So there are that's pretty much it.
Come on, Tony. Absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better myself. I love how you said, you really got to see, is this benefiting me? Because one of the tips we have with how to handle negative kind of adult peer pressure is kind of like the why system.
Yes.
Why is this person asking me to do this?
Yes.
What is it that I'm going to gain? from this. It's okay to think critically about something before you do it.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to apologize for that.
Yeah.
If it involves you, then you deserve to think critically about how it affects you.
Excellent.
Before you do it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? And then setting boundaries. Tony, this is something you can really speak to, and just setting boundaries and making sure that you're kind of keeping space between you and someone who's trying to push you to something negative.
Yes, definitely. You always want to set boundaries. You know, you never want nobody to step over a certain point in your life to where they have taken control of, your thought process or the things that you do for yourself. So you want to keep those boundaries. You want to keep certain people on the outskirts and not give them too much control or any control in the decisions that you are placing for yourself that are going to positively benefit you in your lifetime. Because this is your life, and the time that you spend on the things that you want to do it's your time, So you really, really want to think about that. You want to think critically about that. So, yeah.
I agree with that. And I think to piggyback off that, because part of setting boundaries is be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be true to you and who you are and what you want to do. It's okay to have relationships and friendships, even associates, connections that you have, whether it's personal or professional, and y'all have different goals.
Yes.
That's fine. That's the beauty of being human. People have different things they're pursuing. That's fine. But stay true to you and what you want to do. And be sure that if somebody is trying to kind of push you or pull you one way or the other, that again, you're thinking critically about, does this match up with what I want for me, or am I doing this to please them?
Yes.
Because sometimes you got to be careful, and I can speak to this. Sometimes negative adult peer pressure, it gets the space to breed because you're people pleasing.
Yes.
Because you want somebody else to be pleased with what you're doing, so you become a yes man or a yes girl. And you gotta watch this sometimes in the workplace. I'm gonna speak to this. As you're building your career or whatever it is that you're doing, you don't have to say yes to everything.
Yes.
You don't have to be pressured into everything. And we can speak as first generation college graduates that, we really didn't have a lot of mentors to come before us to really show us how to navigate the workplace. So a lot of times you feel like you gotta say yes to everything and you gotta shine to prove that you can do this. But it's okay to set boundaries, and it's okay to be true to yourself, and it's okay to say no. So all of that's a part of being able to how to handle kind of that negative peer pressure and assessing if this is what you want or if this is what somebody wants so it can benefit them.
Yes, I agree. And another thing that you want to really look at and that you want to consider is you want to learn from your mistakes, okay? You want to learn from the things that have caused you to trip up and fall, okay? And you learn from these mistakes, and you learn from the people who have tried to come into your life and give you pieces of information or try to influence you in a way and it turned out negative, okay? You don't want to keep making those same decisions because that just keeps catching you up and you just keep spending more and more time on the same thing that caught you up in the first place. So learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. Think about maybe what you could have done differently. It's okay. It's again, thinking critically about not just what you're doing now, but how did you handle situations like this in the past? Do you want to repeat that or do you want to handle it differently?
Yes.
It's all up to you.
Yeah.
So that's what we got for you today, y'all. How to handle adult peer pressure. It is real.
Yes.
It does not stop at high school. It does not stop at college.
Yes.
So how are you gonna handle it? We wanna know from you. Have you ever been faced with adult peer pressure? Now that we talked about it, you kind of thinking like, you know what, I think I've been through that. Comment below in the box and let us know, how did you deal with it?
Yes.
What worked for you, what didn't work? Make sure that you like, follow, share, subscribe to this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, y'all, so y'all can get new videos, new updates every time that we put that out there. Let them know what's up, baby.
And remember, as always, to think, create, and change your own situation if you don't like it. Peace!
Hey, no, no, hey, no, no, hey, no, no, hey, hey, no, no, no.